Hi, this is Lauren Stock. I'm responding to the question by Jamie Kuehner, which you can see included in my post. But to summarize, Jamie is more or less asking, based upon political economic history factors, when looking at a nation, uh, the question has to be asked, to what extent the political leaders of Macedonia, as well as other supporters of antiquization, condone the use of this process to pass and further political policy. Additionally, he's asking, where do they draw the line on how much of this process can alter or mislead or cherry pick its nation's history for the purpose of promoting nationalism or nationalistic policy? So, in looking at the example that we had in Macedonia, within the greater context of the Balkan states and Greece and its reactions, there's an important factor that is highlighted in the article that we got to go through as far as the Greek response to the Macedonian issue by Nicholas Achariadis, where he is speaking to the dynamic of the types of nationalism, of risorgimento as well as the integral nationalism. And he's highlighting as far as the effect being of separating or of unifying, to simplify it incredibly. But what we see is, even though there's a great distinction in the academic and political science world, what we see in effect is the focus to distract from internal strife and the destabilizing elements or lack of progress, frustration. There's a focus on risorgimento, nationalism, as far as the focus more on liberation from political and social oppression in the attempt to try to claim equal status as a member of the family of nations. Well, you can also see this reflected in the example of other nations such as North Korea with their use of their political philosophy of Juche, which essentially picks and chooses the pieces of its history in order to construct its own narrative of being politically oppressed. You see this also in the construction of the Palestinian identity. But the answer, I guess, more to the question is that more often than not, it goes as far as the people allow it in the political processes. It's an ends justify the means before legitimacy is called into question. If it proves its great legitimacy, we know from our study so far in this class that it upholds the institutions, even if they're fabricated or innovated constructs. So that is more or less my answer.